Hello, this is Dr. Eugene Roberts from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm on this nice summer day thinking about biomechanics and really the future of our specialty. And certainly this fall, going to the Biomed and CETO lectures that are being organized by Dr. Giorgio Forelli in Rome in October. I'm really looking forward to that because, to my opinion, that's the only orthodontic education in the world that's really focusing on biomechanics. Most of the lectures today are really entertainment. They're promoting automated indeterminate mechanics, usually aligners. GPs and direct providers will increasingly encroach on that market, and we must realize it. So orthodontists must focus on dentofacial orthopedics with determinate mechanics in growing and adaptable patients based on the etiology of the malocclusion. And of course, that's greater than 90% environmental. Those are things that we can change. So emphasis really should be on prevention and interception during the growing years to avoid treatment compromises in adults. Many of these things we must do, like extractions and extensive enamel stripping, asymmetric mechanics, excessive expansion, and even the automated aligners are things that have really escaped being managed during the growing and adaptive years with determinate mechanics. So the determined approach is really for dentofacial orthopedics. We want to look at treatment planning to reverse the etiology of the malocclusion. And then guiding arch development with alignment with, I like to use lingual arches, bite plates, and headgears during this period and avoid fixed mechanics. But then in the early permanent dentition, once all the teeth are erupted, then at that point I want to align the dentition over the apical base of bone with fixed appliances and laser tempered copper tie arch wires. So, and then you have intermaxillary correction. Once you have the arches aligned, you can actually move one arch against the other is determinate mechanics because there's only two abutments in that stage. So that changes the whole picture. And now we come to the idea of looking at finite element analysis, and it's really the holy grail of determinate mechanics because you can calculate the stress in the appliances, the teeth, the periodontal ligament, anchorage screws, resisting bone. And remember now, compressive stress less than 8 kilopascals, a very slight amount of stress is necessary to avoid the necrosis that occurs in the periodontal ligament. When you have a large multi-rooted tooth like an entire arch, it's much easier to avoid these periods of necrosis, and then you can move the whole arch at a very rapid rate. It's a whole different concept in orthodontic biomechanics. So the rate of tooth movements are maximal, resorption is minimal. The movement of entire arches can then be modeled with the iterations of finite element analysis. You can actually calculate on the computer, what you're going to achieve. Now these are very different concepts, and it's a level of bioengineering that we really need to develop to the clinical level. And I'm looking forward to discussing this with you in Rome. So please have a nice day today, and I've enjoyed going over this with you, and I hope to see you this fall. Goodbye now.